All right, just as the president did late last month, Langata MP Raila Odinga delivered his final statement as the Prime Minister of Kenya. Odinga recalled to Parliament his highs and lows in the shared government. He said the passage of the new constitution was the biggest achievement of the 10th Parliament, whose life comes to an end on 14th of this month. KTN's senior reporter, Aaron Ocheng, reports from Parliament.
It is the first sitting in 2013, and with less than 10 sittings remaining before the conclusion of the 10th Parliament, the task ahead of the august House is enormous. Parliament spent the better part of the afternoon session paying homage to the Prime Minister and the Speaker of the National Assembly for the work that the two have done for the 10th Parliament. The tributes followed the last address to the parliamentarians by the Prime Minister, who used his Wednesday afternoon special session to reminisce on the strides, both positive and negative, that he has undergone in the Grand Coalition as a core principle.
We have managed to tolerate and move forward. The President has sometimes come under a lot of partisan pressure. And I know, Mr. Speaker, when the President is acting as himself and when he's acting under partisan pressure.
Raila says the greatest achievement of the Grand Coalition was the passage of the new constitution, and says it was an effort that will be written in the history books.
And I think that as a nation that believes in God, you can all say Ebenezer today. This far the Lord has brought us.
Raila, however, says the potential of the country is enormous, but termed tribalism as the biggest hindrance to the development of the country.
This is what is preventing us from making the principled compromises this country desires and deserves.
Several other MPs acknowledged the Prime Minister's contribution to Parliament and the country at large.
We have been opposing him, and we are also going to oppose him again. But, Mr. Speaker, sir, I must say I've enjoyed working in the Grand Coalition government.
I'm a very good student politically of the Prime Minister. We were together in 2007. We might not be together in 2013.
We have not fulfilled the 1/3 gender rule. That again, I will say Parliament, because the President and the Prime Minister in this dispensation are members of this Parliament. That, to me, is a great shame.
Initially, when we had the leadership of this government, the President, the Prime Minister, and the Vice President, it appeared as if it was not workable. But they have demonstrated to Kenyans that all is possible, the leaders willing to do so.
His Excellency the President did put it on record that he appreciated your support to him to manage the coalition government.
Raila has served as Prime Minister since the disputed 2007 general election that led to a power-sharing agreement between him and President Kibaki. Although it can largely be said that the coalition has been a success, it has had its fair share of tribulations. And as both the President and the Prime Minister having made their last speeches in Parliament, a dark shadow hangs over their proposed hefty send-off package, with the Salaries and Remuneration Commission opposed to the move by members of Parliament.
We want to state that the bill drafted and tabled in Parliament without the input, recommendation and even consultation with Salaries and Remuneration Commission in itself is unconstitutional.
Aaron Ocheng, KTN Prime.